your favorite news anchor. Nightly news with DP Squared. Here, live in action. Waiting for my co-host currently. We'll get started. Co-host, can you hear me? Co-host, can you hear me?
I can hear you great. How you doing, DeAndre?
How you doing tonight, Miss Parker?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good,
It's been a hell of a week. I mean, how you holding up?
This week has been stressful. A lot has been going on in the world and the news, even with me. It's just been a long week since the last episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Good nonetheless. Today is a very important day, though. I mean, other than what's been going on, I want to know how you've been doing.
I've been hanging in there. You know, it's been very stressful. It's been very hot.
True.
It's been very hard to stay focused, but we're pushing and pulling through. That's all we can do.
That is true. That's all you can do in a time like this. I mean, we are pushing. That is a fact. But this heat is unbearable. I will say so myself. But I want to thank all the viewers here for watching currently. You know, it feels good for the nightly news to have some viewers as our first show. So let's jump straight to it. You know, we got to start off with the daily headlines, all right? The headlines that are the most important. Mm-hmm. So I want to start off tonight. And this is not my information, so I will be crediting the CDC. But we all know what's going on right now. For, excuse my language, all you hooligans that didn't take COVID-19 seriously, you have now had the monkeypox, all right? The monkeypox is spreading faster than wildfires. I don't know if that's true, but don't fact check me. Nonetheless,
I would agree.
The CDC states it has spread through close, personal, and often skin-to-skin contact. And I will be one of those people because I was playing basketball yesterday.
So if I may correct you, DeAndre, are you one of these hooligans you speak of?
Dress me as Mr. Parker, but yes, I may agree with that.
Interesting.
I'm not corresponding directly with the not taking COVID-19 serious, but I can say that I was on the lackluster side. So back to what I was saying though. Touching fabrics or surfaces that have been contaminated with monkeypox can also make you transmit monkeypox. And the symptoms start in 3 weeks. So you might not even know that you have it by the time that it is conducted onto your skin or into your body. I mean, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, this is just unbelievable for this to happen right before school is about to start. Are you kidding me?
My thoughts are we should be able to sue whoever gives us monkeypox. I said it here first, folks. I mean, hey, it's unlawful. If you give me that stuff, I'm suing you.
That is
now,
deep, though.
It'll be hard to track who gave it to me, but I'm going to hunt everybody down.
That is true, but at the same time, there has been presence of vaccines in that you can get in the DC area. That is where I'm currently located, where our show is located. And this is the website here, so I'm going to say it slowly. preventmonkeypox.dc.gov. But there's a catch. There's a catch. You have to fit a particular criteria to be a part of this vaccine. And it kind of made me feel uncomfortable. It made me feel uncomfortable with the criteria that you had to have.
What is this criteria you speak of?
One of the first lines it said criteria was you had to be over 18 and you had to be right, but you had to be. It was a lot, but this is the first one I'm just going to pinpoint. You had to be a man that had relations with another man, and I read that and I was like, well, I didn't really understand what that really meant, but I was like, so that means that I can't get a vaccine, you know, or people that are my friends can't get a vaccine. So I don't know, man. It's just a lot of turntables going on with the monkeypox.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people should be safe. Even with you being out there, I mean, we know you live in the middle of nowhere, but at the same time, I mean.
Well, you know, the state of New York is also like, the state of New York also is under the emergency. Well, I guess now the whole United States is, but I know DC is a hot spot as well as New York. So I'm glad I am in the sticks because hopefully no one will touch me around here.
I mean, and I do want to jump to some more important news. And I don't know why the staff will put this in here because they know how it makes me feel.
Amber, you're fired.
She's fired. And you know how it makes me feel. Our President Biden says PPP loan jumps from 2 years to 10 years.
This is unlawful.
That directly affects me. I don't know why they would make me.
Are you criminalizing yourself right
I don't know why they would make me report on this, but it is insane. I mean, I'm not going to expose your business here, Ms. Parker, but I need you to talk about all your experience with the PPP loan.
Oh, first of all, my hands are clean. I have never and will never.
Will never?
Well, depends on the circumstances. But
right.
I am not a part of those PPP loan scams.
Well, what's your how do you say? What's your like experience in the conspiracies that you have heard about it? Like, tell us some examples.
Well, what do you mean? Like, have I heard about?
Like, what have you heard about it?
I've heard people who don't have businesses have been using them for personal financial gain.
Man.
Now, for what, I don't know, because hey, I feel like the government scams us. Well, let's keep this. Let's keep this.
No, keep going. I want to hear it.
I was going to say the government scams us every day, so a little scam back shouldn't hurt nobody.
I mean, I was really thinking about that exactly though. Like as many times as we, as U.S. citizens, have to pay so many taxes, have to pay. Well, I don't really have to pay that.
Just print some more. Is how I feel. Print more money.
That's not how it works. First of all, inflation is crazy right now. Let's not even get into that. But at the same time, the government uses so many things to pry money out of us, to pry, little its and bits. Like you gotta pay an application fee to get back into school the next semester when I'm already paying all these loans. Well, I'm not paying it, but you know what I mean? It's just weird how when people get on the upside of something, now we gotta face 10 years for it. It doesn't seem like it always aligns, and the government does that a lot. So it's
as soon as people start getting hip, that's when they want to start cracking down on laws. As soon as we start figuring out how to finesse.
A viewer just said they should have done it, and I don't disagree. I was in the back seat. I don't know if you was in the back seat because I think we was at home. It was at home at the same time.
Yeah, we have conflicting views. Someone else said they are starting to catch those folks. Beware.
Wow.
Yikes.
Wow.
Yikes.
I don't like that one. But I mean, do you think they should be caught for doing these things?
No, I mean, whose money is it? It's not like they're taking it from innocent people.
Ooh. That is true. I mean, what we take, you take from the government loans, correct? So it's like, I mean, is that illegal?
I mean, if you ask me, no.
I mean, bro, for me,
I'm just playing. Like, in all seriousness, I follow the rules when it comes to the government. They don't be playing. I'll tell you that right now.
Like, would you truly face 10 years for that loan?
No, but should a person face 10 years for a bag of weed?
Dang.
Someone says the world is
Huh? Go ahead.
What happened? I said the world. No. Someone said one of our viewers said the world has become worse and worse every day.
True.
Yes, it has.
Worse and worse every day. Social media has not even helped us. In many ways, though, it has not been. It has not been a holy world this past year. It's been super.
I'm hearing something.
What? Oh.
Breaking news.
What?
Is this true? Serena Williams has announced her retirement from tennis?
Stop lying.
No.
Thank the Holy Ghost and all his disciples because she deserves it. She's been losing every match back to back to back. It's been time. I mean, how many times do you have to lose to finally retire? Yeah, let's sip on that.
You are not about to comfort her like this.
How many times do you have to lose to finally retire? You tell me. Seriously, I want to know.
So you're saying she should have went out on a high? Who would do that?
Oh, you never go out on a high.
Okay.
She's in the back seat. So I'm saying but it's like 4 matches in a row. She can't get past some of the worst competitors. And I'm looking at the ESPN screen. I'm like, is this who I really know? Is this the woman that was on top of sports at one time?
Everything comes to an end. Everything has a beginning. Everything has an end. But sometimes, especially as an athlete, you're going to put your all into it until you physically cannot anymore. And I think that's what we've seen in real time. So put some respect on her name, for one. Okay. For two.
What's for two? Let me know.
I feel like she's such a legend if she wanted to play until she was 90 and could barely walk, she could do it. If she wants.
But side note, do you think, even with everything?
Sorry, snack break.
But I thought that was a real necklace this whole time.
Oh no, it's a
Side
panty
note.
necklace.
Side note. You made me lose my train of thought. With on the same string of that, when you get somebody that's super good at something, right? And then they keep doing it over and over, but they get worse progressively over time. You don't think that hinders their legacy?
I
It
think
definitely.
everything comes in perspective.
Okay, well,
So
what
if it,
perspective are you seeing this in?
like if someone understands the trajectory of her career, then you understand that what all she's accomplished. I don't think that the losses that she's taken is even important to consider or even talk about.
Mm.
Like if you already know what she's done, you knew what she was capable of. The only reason why she's probably not doing as well now is because of so many other factors, age, blah blah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But does
So
it hinder the legacy? Yes or no?
no,
Answer the question. It
because if
does.
she would have won one more Grand Slam, would it have heightened her legacy any more than she's already
Yeah, for
planted
sure.
it? No, not
It
at
would
this
have heightened her
point.
legacy at this point. If she
Not
won
at this
another Grand
point.
Slam at her age, they would have boosted her. But now she's losing. It doesn't matter.
Serena
Come on,
Williams is one
man.
of the most disrespected athletes of our time. One being that Maria, what is her name? Like Maria Sharapova? Sharapova? Something. One of them gets paid more than Serena Williams. Serena Williams should be one of the most highest paid athletes of our generation, and she is not. So that
That
tells
is
you
true.
all you need to know about
I
that.
didn't know that though.
One of our viewers says I'm going to miss her. I am too. We'll see who else I want to watch in tennis moving forward.
I'm a Coco fan. Coco.
Shout out
No,
Coco.
not Naomi Osaka. But one of our viewers has a comment on this. They say her career legacy should never be questioned.
Period.
I'm on the other side of that. I ain't gonna lie. It should. This is my last thing I'm gonna say on this.
Okay, go ahead.
If it was, in my opinion, if it was anybody else, their legacy will always be questioned because at the end of the day, those matches still count, no matter the age, because it doesn't matter. It still
I
should be accounted
understand.
for. She's still a legend, yes, but at the same time, it's like, dang, the end of your career, you played really bad. You know,
No,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
name me one person who was at the end of their career and were as good as they were at their peak.
At the end of career, Tom Brady.
He's not at the end.
It's over. He was fake retired and came back. He just won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. He's still at his peak.
What I'm saying is, but to be fair, in that same vein, how horrible did he play his first year there?
First year at what?
Not his first year there. When before he left the Patriots.
Okay, he didn't play too well, but that's not the point.
But what I'm saying is, like, it's going to be ups and downs, but like at the very, very end, he's leaving on a high though, so that's different.
Okay, so
we're talking about people.
We're talking about what? Go ahead.
Someone said Kobe. Well, the last couple years of Kobe playing, they were trash.
They were trash.
But
people talk about that. They always bring up Kobe. They'll be like, the last year is this and this. He barely could win. He barely could get to the playoffs. They say stuff like that.
Say that. That's
what
crazy.
They do. And some people don't.
Every great athlete finds it hard to walk away. Their competitive nature, for sure.
That is also true. Sure. That is also true.
Yep, she could lose 100 games right now, and she'll still be a legend. Period.
But it doesn't hinder her legacy. Does it hinder her legacy? That's all I want to know.
Someone says Michael Jordan was
exactly when he went to the Wizards. No, he
at the height of
his. Oh, after he went to the Wizards, he was butt. He wasn't even bad then. He wasn't even bad. It wasn't the point that he was bad. It was the point.
Okay, well, that's a fair one. You got me.
Right. It wasn't the point that he was bad though. It was just the point like he should have cut it short. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Enough about that. I'm sensitive about my sports. All right.
Well, we do have another big, heavy sports topic right now in the media. BG, free BG.
Who is that?
Brittany Griner, and she's being used as a Russian pawn right now for the U.S.
Yep.
And it's unfair. We talked about this, and it had to be almost four news segments prior to this.
Yeah.
But she is being used for that trade, and to get 9.5, almost 10 years over. And I see people saying, I see people on my feed saying, well, it's illegal, so she deserves what it is. That was the rule in Russia.
People who say that is like, it's so funny that people have so much trust in lawmakers. Like, because something is a law, that makes it fair.
True.
No. Like, you know what like, I understand that something is against the law. I get that. but that doesn't mean that because it's the law that we should like that's the fair thing to do.
And a lot of laws currently still have loopholes that were made.
Right.
And
And a lot of people say that she's probably like, it's in talks of her being like a trade. Like if
yes,
the U.S. agrees to trade a couple Russian criminals for BG, which is like insane because these were like real criminals.
But let's be real.
Okay.
No, I'm saying let's be real. Like no one's gonna really make that trade. They're doing that on purpose to basically like bait.
So you think that she's going to be sitting in prison for 9.5 years?
I think that's also a fake me out too. Of like they're trying to make it seem like lagging.
My time limit.
So we had a connection interruption. Are you back? Hello.
You hear me? You hear me good?
I can hear you good. Everyone can hear you good. Thank you. They're using that as a way to what were we talking about?
Like give us hope?
Yes. To basically bait us to think she won't really sit 9.5 years. They're just using that as a way.
Oh, I agree.
Like a way of outrage to make people get into.
I just feel like in general, with a lot of things, America is losing its we're constantly playing defense. We're rarely in an offense position. I feel.
I also think we're always playing helper too. When we don't even help the people in our own country. That's how I feel.
I was talking to one of our constituents, and I was saying it's so funny how they want to crucify the Russian government, but do you know we have one of the worst criminal justice systems in the world
that we don't even pay attention to?
So it's like don't
point
the finger. Let's
not
point the
finger.
Built on
institutionalized racism for years.
Yes.
But when it's let's look at Russia, 9.5, 10 years, which is of course super bad. They're so ready to complain about that. But what about the people your neighbors and the people in your city that are going through the same things? Like I don't want to compare, but at the same time,
you can't compare. But
you have to be able to realize that a lot of things that you are complaining about, the place that you live in do the exact same things. That's all I'm trying to get at.
I just doubt that if she knew that it was that much of a harsh punishment for something like that, she would not have brought it with. She would not have had that on her, So right. I definitely think that it was like one of those careless mistakes kind of things. But we'll see it play out. More to come. Yeah,
but I just want to say before we jump into our next segment, a lot of our laws in the U.S. have loopholes to create these systematic and unlawful ways of living, just in general. And the laws that have been set in stone, even in the things that's written in the Constitution, the people that wrote the Constitution, do you think that we were supposed to abide to these rules to the current day? Like the times back then are the same times as now? That doesn't even make sense. You are supposed to grow as things go on. So for us to hold these same values from back then until now,
for it to be so hard to even think to change it. I mean, let's be real. It was legal to own slaves. So does that make it lawful?
Right. So you have to understand what those laws actually mean and how people portray them, because it's not just about,
So someone please get into politics, because it won't be me. Thank you.
Yeah, please, because it won't be me either at all. But I'll be the one to help you. Okay.
Not me.
Okay. So another thing that was brought to Miss Parker and Mr. Parker's attention tonight, that is also kind of correlated.
Please address me as your favorite news anchor. Thank you.
Our favorite news anchor.
Okay.
Mrs. Parker. Are you married?
That's information I'm not willing to disclose.
Okay. So we have super big headline that we want to, bring to you guys' attention, especially our younger crowd, the people that we know that will make that change. And I do have a little backstory on this. I was going along with my beautiful day yesterday.
Okay.
Playing the little hoops, shooting the ball into the net, and I go outside.
AKA ball did not hit the net. Got it.
Okay. And so I went outside and I looked to my left and then I look back. Somebody running at me. I jump a little bit. This dude handed me the card. Excuse me, young man, do you mind this signature? We're trying to get our representative to be on the ballot. So I look at the card, I'm reading. He wanted us to sign off to basically put him in the ballot. So I'm so nervous and I don't want to say no. I'm like, all right, okay. So I did it right. I don't put the right address, and I put DeAndre Johnson. But The reason that I brought this up is because midterms are 91 days away. And midterms,
9-1.
it's like the middle where you can vote for your governor, senators, representative in your local states. And this is super important because we think that the president is the big honcho that make all the decisions. But as we've learned over time, as we've grown up, it's them smaller collectives,
Yep.
the state, the house, the governors, the
Your
people that
judges.
the
You vote
judges,
for your judges.
right? The people that really represent, what's going on. And a lot of people say they vote don't matter, but I can't get with that. And I know my co-host definitely can't get with that. Does your vote matter?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We
right?
saw it in the last election. If everybody didn't go out and vote. Now, we're not saying that everything has solved, all problems have been solved, but we saw how every single vote mattered. If it didn't matter, they wouldn't be trying to suppress our vote. They wouldn't try to stop people from voting if it didn't count.
Just in general, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
So it's just for you to go out in 91 days, and I will do so for myself, to go out and vote and to go out to make my voice matter. I ain't no spokesperson.
I would also like to say,
yes,
I voted in the DC local election for our mayor.
Okay.
And sad news, Muriel Bowser is yet again the mayor.
And this is not
so that's and a lot of people didn't vote.
We have no biases on this nightly news. So what's your thoughts on that? Let me know.
What do you mean on? Well, I'm just saying that to say who knows if she still would have won or not. But they showed the numbers and thousands and thousands and thousands. Then people didn't vote. It's just because people really focus on the presidential election and like miss. But I feel like they want you to intentionally miss those things. Like they don't want you to peep. Oh shoot, this election is coming up.
Right.
But anyway, I just like to say, and also I had to mail in my ballot. So you wonder if it even got to DC. But hey, that's another.
It's another story for another day, but it's still current to this topic.
Yeah.
And even so, when I went out to vote, and I can't even be that guy because I have never voted for representatives, governors, things, all of that. And I'm not pertained in DC. It don't matter where I'm pertained to, but I haven't done that, and I have not done my research. So I'm gonna put my money to where my mouth is and do my research and vote for who I want to, regardless of I'm not as mature. And a lot of people that watch aren't as mature, to know policies because it doesn't apply to their life at this time. So you may not understand everything, but get a nice gist of who you might relate to because it's important regardless of if this guy is or this woman is this or this person you don't line up with. Just try to get a good feel for it,
Yeah.
So I think that's super important that the nightly news want to bring to the forefront for everyone.
For sure. Man.
Do we have any more reports that we want to focus on?
I like to say stay on the lookout for climate change because it is a real thing. This heat wave that we got going on, these storms, everything. I don't know what we're going to do about it, but
it's no joke. And then last time on 2 podcasts ago, 2 nightly episodes ago, we were talking about the Beyond the Brain things. So I do want to focus this question on to you. Do you think, I think we kind of went over this last time. Do you think your kids will be able to live here because of climate change, or is it just getting progressively worse where we cannot fix it? What's your thoughts on that?
I say if they do, there will be drastic. They will have to probably be drastic changes in our way of living. I remember being in middle school. I won't tell my age on here because I'm grown, but I remember being in middle school and they were saying like by 2050 it would be a huge like shift and in a negative way if we didn't start to change the way that we were behaving. So 2050 only 30 years from now. So we gonna see, man.
We are gonna see. Honestly, in my heart, I don't think that you can ever stop the fight. Even that comes with everything. When people fight, in these protests, and people say, "Oh, you're never gonna get nowhere because they don't listen." You can't think like that because then you'll really never get anywhere.
Yeah.
I think the fight should always be progressive, no matter what or what angle you're going to. So in 2050 come around, they say the world is doomed. It's still gonna be people out there trying to fix it, trying to change the course of what's going on.
The thing is, like, sometimes you have to acknowledge that you're not going to see the fruits of your labor. Meaning, like, you're going to fight for certain things that you're not going to see it come to life, and you just
right
have to be
after.
okay with that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I think it's more so about the intent. It's about your intent. It's about why you did it, not about the outcome. Because if you focus on the outcome, then I feel like you'll never be satisfied of what you are accomplishing. So I mean, if you're happy in that moment, then that's all that really matters at the end of the day. That's truly my opinion on that. And
I agree.
so I think that's really the heavier topics to cover tonight. But I did want to bring something to the forefront I want to ask you about. And I don't know if you have seen this on our, how should I describe it? Our Black news, if I say so myself. So with these Chris Brown pictures, can we talk about that real fast? I want to know, what's up with these pictures?
For those who don't know, Chris Brown charged $1,000 for his.
You would pay that. You
meet and greet. No.
You would pay that.
No.
Yes, you would.
No.
What's those 5 boys called? You would do it for Diggy Simmons. What's those 5 boys called with the big hair and the big glasses? You know what I'm talking
Behavior?
about? Maya's Behavior. You do it for them.
You think I'm gonna pay $1,000 to see Maya's Behavior?
Trey Songz.
Meet greet.
Chris Brown.
You disrespectful, bro. I am not.
Those pictures are insane.
First of all, he better have done. He should have took them on a date for $1,000. Like
$1,000. I've seen I've seen probably 20 different photos. So that's $20,000 for pictures,
bruh.
That is undeniably.
I mean, in this climate, I might charge $10,000 for somebody to touch me like that. Monkeypox and COVID.
You're not lying. Chris is tweaking for sure. A K for that, but that's all I had to say on my Black news. You got any Black news?
No, not right now. No. I've been trying to be at peace.
Digress from it.
Yes, I ain't watching the ratchet news right now.
No ratchet news right now.
But
talk.
Oh no, I lost my train of thought. It's okay.
You lost your train of thought? Well, anyway. I mean, do you have any reports you want to shout out to anyone?
I would like to shout out my candy necklace.
Okay. Is there any particular reason?
It reminds me of my childhood. And I am currently reading this book, so I would like to shout it out.
Show me.
It's called The Vanishing Half.
By who?
Britt Bennett. Bennett. Tell me why one of my friends, we was on FaceTime and I had my bonnet on. They called it a bonnet.
A bonnet on purpose or as a joke?
That's what they call it. I was like, I'm gonna start saying that. I got my bonnet on.
All right, get it back to the nightly news talk.
Sorry.
Excuse you.
Anyways, so I don't have anything to plug, but I'm sure you do. You always do.
You know I always do.
First, someone said that is a good book. I'm excited to read it. I'm on page 4.
Page 4. Okay. Well, for me to end our segments off tonight, I have a shout out to our viewers tonight. Yes. This has been a great viewership tonight. One of the best ever so far.
Yes.
Very interactive, very talkative. I couldn't thank the people that are watching anymore. We do this for you, everyone that's here. And I do want to thank this beautiful suit that I got on tonight. Can we get a clap for the suit, please? Deja? Clap for the suit.
Then shout out to y'all because these are clothes I would never wear. So
yeah, so
I tried to,
Other than that, I do have the one more added shout out into this side note from the nightly news. Check out our Cultivating Conversations TikTok.
Follow us on TikTok at Cultivating.
I just finished up some of the clips today that should be up from podcast number 21, Beyond the Brain. So those should be going on maybe later tonight, but I would love for everyone to check it out.
And if you follow our Instagram at Cultivate Everyone, if you click the Linktree link, you can find our latest vlog. So, shout out to the vlogs.
Big vlogs. Tell me how you like it, because I put a lot of effort into that. So check out the Linktree. Check out the vlog. It's doing well right now.
Let us know if y'all want us to do another segment like this. A nightly news segment.
Do another vlog too. But we have a lot of part 2s we need to do with these segments. It's a lot that we have not been caught up on.
Yeah.
From the first 10 episodes that we
Rice University part 2 coming soon.
That's coming. Point of View coming.
All right.
Finance class coming with Pops again soon.
If you want Pops back in, put the old man emoji in the chat.
The old man emoji. But yeah.
Oh man.
I mean,
we love y'all.
We love y'all.
We'll see y'all next week unless I hit the lottery and you will never see me again.
You never see me. Well, tell Amber that's a wrap because it's over for the night.
All right, Amber. Cut the lights. I'm getting hot.
Cut the lights. We out.